ईश्वरो गुरुरात्मेति मूर्तिभेदविभागिने व्योमवद्व्याप्तदेहाय दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः। ओम Mandalam 10 Suktam 123 Rishi Vedayana Bharadvaj Devata Vena Chandas Drushtu. In physical terms, seer of the Suktam is one who imagines himself to be heat energy of the sun in the atmospheric water particles, which means that latent heat of evaporation of water. The Suktam deals with this heat energy personified of the sun called Vena. And Ayam Venas Chodayat Prishnigarbha 123.1. This Vena, the sun or heat energy in the atmosphere, excites the variegated worms which are like shining outer skins of the embryo of the water particles in the atmosphere. Wise men caress repeatedly this Vena in the coming or manifestation of water and the sun, like mother caressing her child. Vena provides the shining water skins for the water molecules in the atmosphere. This is the heat that keeps the water in vapor form in the atmosphere. Wise men praise this Vena in their Vedic hymns. This is the implied meaning. We go to next record, 123.2. Samudra Urmim Udayarti Veno. Vena moves waves of water particles from the ocean upwards. Those born in the atmosphere see the back of this precious one. Host of clouds praise the common abode, meaning atmosphere, of Vena, who is the sun shining in the top of the universe or the space and water. Implied meaning: heat energy of the sun evaporates water particles in the ocean, making the vapor to move upwards. The sun provides the heat energy for the water molecules or particles to move up. Clouds in the atmosphere welcome the water vapor carrying Vena. There they get heated up further, making them move to the top of the troposphere. Samanam Purvirabhi Vavashana 123.3. The ancient water droplets or streams having the same abode and longing for the same common home of theirs and common home of the water particles and the Venas stay in the atmosphere like common mothers of this one child. The water particles on the top of Earth's atmosphere move up all over the atmosphere. They caress Vena repeatedly with the music of these sweet nectar-like water particles. Water vapor stays within the atmosphere, being maintained there by Vena or heat energy of the sun. Rain-bearing clouds are driven all over in the troposphere by wind, which is again generated by heat energy of the sun. When water vapor gets sufficiently cooled during its upward journey, rain is produced, releasing latent heat of vaporization. Jananto Rupam Akrupanta Vipra 123.4. Wise persons, just approaching the victory cries of this mighty antelope of the sky, praise him knowing his real form. Going by Rita, he stays over and above the flowing water streams. The soul of water, Vena, knows the nectar like sweet water particles. Wise sages know Vena to be heat energy of the sun. As per Rita, he moves up water particles from the ocean and maintains them in the troposphere in the vapor form. He takes up only pure water from the ocean and not the impurities contained in the ocean water droplets. This is the implied meaning of the Rig. 123.5. Apsara Jaramupa Miyana Jaram Upasishyamiyana. Going between the water particles in the sky and smiling upon Lady Lightning bears him in the atmosphere or the supreme space. She moves in the home of her beloved Vena. That Vena, becoming favorable to her, sits in the golden winged cloud. Comment: lightning, another form of energy, is also present in the rain-bearing clouds. The seer of the Sukta is reminding this fact. So the golden cloud contains air, water particles, heat energy of the sun, and electrical energy in the static form. Nage Subarnamupayat Padandam. 123.6. O Vena, when invokers desiring you with their hearts perceive you in the atmospheric sky, they approach you, who is having beautiful wings, who is rushing on, who is having golden sides, who is like a hawk in the abode of the controller, who is active and is messenger of Varuna. Abode of the controller here implies troposphere, which is the lower part of the atmosphere. Rain-bearing clouds are confined to this lower layer of the atmosphere, say up to about 11 kilometers above the earth. Urdho Gandharvo Adhinake Asthat. 123.7. Soul of water particles, upright Vena, bearing his own diverse weapons, is seated in the atmospheric sky, turning towards us on the earth. Like the sun, for becoming visible with pleasure, Vena, wearing a lovely garment, generates water droplets that are dear to all. Comment: heat energy of the sun, Vena, acts as the soul of every particle of water vapor. The cloud carrying the vapor is the garment. Last 123.8. Drapsa Samudramafi Yajigati. The maintainer of Ruta, Vena, possessor of drops of water, observing with the eyes like that of a vulture, when arrives at the atmospheric ocean, the sun, shining with his bright splendor in the third world, the outer space, makes water particles that are dear to all. Connection between Vena and the sun is clearly spelled out in this suktam. When the sun shines in the space, Vena, heat energy of the sun, maintains water vapor in the cloud within the troposphere, which is a part of atmosphere. This suktam gives a simple physical description of latent heat of vaporization of water. This may be the reason why summer season is called time of Vena, Vena Kala. 124, Suktam 124. Agni Varuna Soma Rishi Devata Agni Agner Atma Varuna Soma Indra Cha Chandas Trushtub Jagati. This Suktam is to be considered as an imaginary conversation between Agni and Varuna, in which Soma, Indra and the water streams and Mitra are also talked about. Imam no Agna Ubayatnyamehi 124.1. O Agni, please come to this knowledge sacrifice of ours, which is having 5 courses, is consisting of 3 folds and having 7 control threads. Then you become the bearer of our oblations, be our leader. You have been lying in deep darkness for a long time. Seer of the Suktam may be addressing soul of Agni or spiritual Agni who is present in his own body. The 5 courses imply the 5 pranas. May. 3 folds stands for causal, subtle and gross bodies, and 7 threads for 5 sensory organs, mind and ahambhava. Soul or spiritual Agni was hidden in the darkness for a long time. Adeva Deva Prachata Guhayan 124.2. Agni says, departing from the non-shining hiding place, resplendent eye, beholding Atma, shall attain immortality. Inauspicious eye, when becomes auspicious, abandon the inauspicious form. For my own friendship, I attain the relationship of the sun. Spiritual Agni coming out of darkness becomes immortal soul of energy, immortal soul of personified energy. He then manifests like the sun in the space. Pashyan anyasya atithim vayaya 124.3. Seeing the guest of the offspring of another one, I make many homes or abodes of Vrita. I repeat pleasure giving praises for the mighty protector. From non-sacrifice worthy sacrifices, I attain the sacrifice worthy part. Comment. Then this soul of energy finds himself many homes in the space, in the atmosphere and on the earth. He thanks Indra or Atma for providing him these homes. He becomes the supplier of energy to all inert material forms. Bahvi sama agaraman agaramantarasmin 124.4. Inside them I make many equals. Choosing manifested self Indra, I abandon my protector or father, Atma. Those Agni, Atmiya Soma and King Varuna are caused to move. Coming and turning back, I protect that kingdom. Implied meaning of the slok. Inside living bodies, this soul of energy resides as Vaishwanara Agni. Soul of energy abandons Atma and prefers Indra. Then he activates physical Agni, Atmiya Bhavamana Soma, and Varuna, etc. Or he, Atmiya Agni, imparts energy to all. Nirmaya Ute Asura Abhuvan 124.5. In my absence, those mighty ones become powerless. O King Varuna, you too desire me. Separating falsehood with Rita or Satya, may you attain the rulership of my kingdom. Comment: without Agni, all these imaginary entities become powerless. Varuna becomes the ruler of the universe, thanks to the energy supplied by the soul of energy. (124.6) Idam Swaridam Midasa Vamamayam Yam Swarida Idam Swaridam Idasa Vamamayam 124.6. Agni and Varuna say, O Atmiya Soma, this is the shining space, abode of Atma or Purusha. This alone becomes desirable for you. This is the manifested extensive atmosphere. We shall kill enemy, which is ignorance cloud. Please come out. We honor with oblations you who has become an offering. Implied meaning of this sloka. Flowing essence of Atma Soma is being shown this universe which he is to pervade or give existence to. Atmiya Soma comes out of the cloud-like ignorance to become the flowing essence of Atma, bestowing existence on shining beings. Kavitva Divirubam 124.7. The sage like Mitra, with his wisdom, puts on his form in the space. With little effort, Varuna makes waters to flow out. The flowing water streams, which are undefiled, bear and uphold the shining form of Varuna, bringing prosperity to all, like a wife bringing prosperity to her husband. This sloka and the next stick. All this happened because of Atmiya Bhavamana Soma essence. This is the implication or gist of these two slokas. Ta asya jeshtham indriyam sadante 124.8. Those streams come together with the most excellent power of Varuna. Varuna inhabits them. They are delighting him with their own strength. The streams choosing him, like the subjects choosing their king, became afraid of him. Released from the ignorance cloud, they stay down on the earth. Next and the last sloka of the Sukta 124.9. Bibhatsunam sayujam hamsamahu. Wise men say that the sun is the comrade of these fearing streams. Wise sages with their intelligence comprehend Indra, the manifested self. He is moving in the companionship of the shining water streams. He is praiseworthy and moves about, burning everything again and again. Wise man identifies Indra as the universal manifested self who is responsible for the creation of the universe. Shining water streams means flowing essence of Atma or Atmiya Somadharas. We go to next suktam, which is a very important one, and the Rishi of this is Vak Ambrini, Devata Atma, Chandas Trushtup Jagati. From the all-pervading quality of the I in the suktam, the seer of the suktam must be imagining herself to be personified ignorance, Mahamaya. Obviously, I is a female and Asma is the subject of the suktam. Ignorance has no existence independent of Atma. Vak here implies Om, which stands for Pratyaksham Brahma and symbolizes Paramatma, truth, oneness. Reference is Mandukya Karika. Aham Rudrebhir Vasubhi 125.1. I move with Rudras and Vasus, and I also move with the sons of Aditi as well as the shining beings. I bear both Mitra and Varuna. I bear both twins Indragni and Ashwins. This trick and the next trick together, the comment. All shining beings are superimpositions on birthless Brahman by ignorant minds. These were conceived of by the wise sages for explaining the theory of creation of the universe to the common man. Atmiya Soma, flowing essence of Atma, is also a product of ignorance or Mahamaya. I signifies a word or for the daughter of a vessel used for preparing Atmiya Soma essence. Vessel of the Atmiya Soma essence is ignorance, as implied here. The word of ignorance cloud is Om, containing 4 quarters or padas: Turiya, causal body, subtle body, and gross body. These facts are implied in this book. We go to next book, 125.2. Aham somama ahanasam bibharmyaham. I bear or carry to be extracted Atmiya Soma essence. I bear the Creator Tvashta and Purusha as well as Bhaga. I hold wealth for the performer of sacrifice who is zealous, is offerer of oblations, and is extractor of shining or Atmiya Soma essence. Aham Rashtri Samgamani Vasunam 125.3. I am the female ruler Mahamaya of this universe. I gather all material objects for her. I am all-knowing and the foremost among sacrifice-worthy beings. Shining beings variously hold me, who is entering many forms and staying in many places everywhere. Mahamaya is definitely the female ruler of the universe. Unreality covers the different objects in the universe in diverse ways. unreality of matter and changing material forms with respect to both space and time prevails. Ignorance covers the manifested universe. Mayaso annamati yo vipashyati 125.4 Whoever sees, whoever breathes, whoever hears this speech, this walk, he is eating food because of me. They stay near me, but not knowing me. O celebrated believer, I tell this for you. Hear this fact from me. O famous believer of truth, unreality associated with ignorance is linked to all births of living creatures. This is the message from Mahamaya herself. Next, 125.5 Ahameva Swayamidam Vadami. O my son, I tell this which is liked by enlightened souls and thoughtful men. Whom I desire, I make each one of them strong. I make him knower of Satya or Satyajna. I make him a sage and I make him highly intelligent. Aham Rudraya Dhanura Tanomi 125.6 I stretch the bow string for Rudra. Rudra's bow is Triambagam. For shooting the arrow for killing a person who is hostile to sacred knowledge, Atmajnana. I make strife for men, strife, S-T-R-I-F-E. I take possession of the space and earth. This Ruk and the next Ruk. Mahamaya helps to destroy a non-believer of Atma. Ignorance is the cause of confusion and conflict among men. Birth of matter from the most subtle space to the grossest earth is from Mahamaya. Aham suve pidaramasya muthan 125.7 I create this Father of the universe, the space on the summit. My womb is inside the water streams in the ocean. From there, entering all the worlds, I stay diversely in them. Then I touch this space with my greatness. Ahameva vadaiva pra vamyar 125.8 last stroke in the sutta. Only I blow forth like the wind, resolutely commencing to create all the worlds with this greatness of mine. I become joined together with the space on the farther end and with this earth on the opposite end. Among the basic forms of matter, the most subtle is the space and the grossest is the earth. This is the meaning, implied meaning. In the light of comments on these two previous ruks, this ruk should become comprehensible. This is a simple suktam in which unreality of the universe is brought out beautifully by Mahamaya herself. This is to be considered as one of the misconstrued suktams of Veda. Perhaps this suktam and 10.71 served as the base for Mandukya Upanishad. 126 Suktam. Rishi Amho Mukh Vamadevya Devata Vishwadeva Chandas Brihati Tushtu Ruks in the Suktam are simple prayers addressed to sons of Aditi. They are easily comprehensible without additional explanations. Enemies in these ruks could be external or within one's own mind. Nattamam ho naduditam 126.1. Whom shining beings at Yama, Mitra and Varuna, enjoying together equally, lead beyond all enemies. No anxiety and no trouble reach such a mortal. No comments on all this. 126.2. Tadjivayam Urimahe. O Mitra and Varuna, we indeed choose the spiritual light energy by which you protect a man from anxieties and by which you lead him beyond all our enemies. Tenunam no Amutaye. May these 126.3. May these Varuna, Mitra and Darima be our protectors now. O shining beings, please lead us along the fit to be conducted path. Where we are to be carried across, you take us across by leading us beyond all enemies. Ivam Vishwam Paribatha 126.4. O good leaders, Mitra, Varuna and Adyama, you protect the whole universe. May we be in your favorable shelter. Please lead us beyond all our enemies. Adityaso Adisritho 126.5. May sons of Aditi, Varuna, Mitra and Adyama lead us beyond misbelievers. We invoke formidable Rudra with Marus, Indra and Agni for prosperity. Please lead us beyond all our enemies. Nedara Ushu Nastiro Varuno. Leaders of men Varuna, Mitra and Adyama easily take us across miseries. They who are masters of human subjects lead us beyond all troubles. They lead us beyond all our enemies. Shunama Asmabhyamu Utaye 126.7. May Varuna, Mitra and Adyama give us happiness for our protection, the shelter which we implore. May the sons of Aditi bring that extensive shelter for us. May they lead us beyond all our enemies. Last recall Suttam Yatha Ha Tyat Vasavo Gauryam. This is the same as 4.12.12 127 Suktam. Kavshika Saubhara Devata Ratri Chandas Gayatri. Most of the books in this Suktam are readily understandable to all. Ratri Vyakhyadayati 127.1. Shining with stars, Ratri, who is coming to many places, is well known. Within herself she upholds splendor and beauty. Next book, 127.2. Orva pra amartya nivato. Immortal shining night Ratri fills up the extensive universe, covering the lower bushes and high trees with darkness. Then she overcomes darkness with light of stars. (127.3) Niruswasaram Askruto. The approaching night definitely extracts her sister dawn. On the other hand, darkness is put away by only. Sano Addeyasya Vayam, in whose coming we rest unhurt in our homes, like birds coming to their nests or on the tree. May she be pleasant to us now. Ni gramaso avikshata. Villagers stay unhurt in their homes. So also the four-legged and the two-legged creatures, the birds and even the most active vultures. Yavaya Rukyam Vrgam. O Ratri, please drive away she-wolf and wolf from us, and also thieves and robbers. Then may you become easily passable for us. Upama Pepishattama. Pepishattama. Self-adorned darkness is apparently dark blue and black. This is staying near me. O dawn, drive away the darkness, which is like a debt to us. Last sukta, 127.8. Upate ga iva akaram. O night, with my hymn I make you, who is like a milch cow, face me. You who is like a daughter of the shining space, which implies Purusha or abode of Atma, please accept this hymn of a conqueror of enemies. We go to the next Suktam 128. Shri Bihavyangirasa Devata Ashvideva Chandas Truttum Jagati. This is purely an Adhidevic Suktam containing 9 mantras and addressed to imaginary shining beings. These are self-explanatory, most of them as such. Mamatne Varchu Bihaveshvastu 128.1. O soul of Agni, in these knowledge sacrifices, may your illuminating power be mine. We nourish your body, kindling you well with fire sticks. May men in the 4 directions submit themselves to me. With your supervision, we shall win over all enemies in battles. Mama Deva Vihave Santu 128.2. May all shining beings along with Indra, Marus, Vishnu and Agni, personified energy, be mine or with me in my knowledge sacrifice. May the atmosphere be on my side. May the atmosphere be my wide world. May the wind blow for me in my desirable effort. Mai Deva Dravinama Yajantam 128.3. May all shining beings obtain wealth for me. May desirable invocations of shining beings be in me, and their fruits be also in me. May my offerers of oblations associated with shining beings obtain the fruits first before others. With your unhurt bodies, may we be possessors of good offsprings. 128.4. mahyam yajantu mama yani havya. O all shining beings, whatever oblations are mine, may they honor you for me. May the wishes of my mind become true. May no sin whatsoever reach me. Please speak favorably for us. Next track, 128.5. Devi Shadurvi Ruruna Krunoda. O six great shining beings, please make our wealth extensive. O all shining beings, you become heroic here. May we not be forsaken by our offsprings or our bodies. O shining king, or Atmiya Bhavamana Soma, may we not be hurt by our enemies. 128.6. Agne Manyum Pratinudan Paresham. O shining Agni, you are an undeceived protector. Turning back the anger of our enemies, please protect us on every side. May your enemy facing you go back to his place again. May mind of these awakened men disappear altogether. 128.7. Dhata Dhatrunam Bhuvanasyaspati. I praise that Lord of the universe who is the supporter of all bearers, resplendent Indra. He is the protector of all and the subduer of enemies. May the two Atma twins, Ashwins, Brihaspati and other shining beings protect the performer of this sacrifice from going amiss. Uru Vyachano Mahishas Sharmayam Sad. 128.8. May Indra, who is widely capacious, is great, is invoked by many, and who is a liberal granter of wealth, give us protection in this knowledge sacrifice. O possessor of horse-like spiritual light race, Indra, you please delight us with offsprings and do not hurt us or abandon us. Last trick of the Sutta, 128.9. Yena savat apate bhavantu. May our enemies be far away. We shall keep them off with the assistance of Indra and Agni. May the Vasus, sons of Rudra and sons of Aditi, make me elevated, a great knower and overlord of all. We go to the next important suktam. This is from sage Prajapati himself. Prajapati Parameshthi Devata Bhavavrittam Chandastrushtu. This is another important suktam in Rigveda, as it deals with the theory of creation of this universe made of matter from the matterless state as conceived by the sage who calls himself as Prajapati. His concept can be explained as follows. Na sadasi no sadasi. 129.1. Then, which means before the creation of the universe, there was no non-existence or unreality. Also, no existence. No atmosphere was there, and also no space beyond. What was the cover-up? Where was that? And in whose shelter? Was the inexplicable dense deep water, was the inexplicable, dense, deep water there then. Implied meaning of this book. State of oneness is the original or real state. The diverse universe could not have come out of the real state logically. So this is unreal. This unreal universe was not there before its creation. Whether that real state existed or not, there was no witness to that state. There was no duality in the form of ignorance cover. The sage is talking about the birthless, matterless, changeless Brahman in the absence of ignorance cover Mahamaya. This state can only experience within oneself and not know it. Mandokopanishad mantram gives a definition of Atma. Na antapatnyam, na bahishpratnyam, etc. Na mrityurasid amritam na tarhe, 129.2. Death was not there, and for that reason deathlessness or immortality. Appearance of night and day was not there then. That one, Atma, with its own strength, is fresh, which implies not dried in the absence of wind, and it is deduced only. Different from Atma, nothing else was there, or must have been there. In a birthless state, implied meaning, in a birthless state, death and immortality have no relevance, and so also time. Non-understanding of that reality is to be deduced logically to be the cause of creation of this material universe from that real state. It has to be reduced by the seer of the Suktam himself. Tama asi tamasa gulhamagre, 129.3. In the beginning there was no darkness, which was hiding all this unmanifested, unsteady or changing universe with darkness. When that one became covered by empty illusion, then by the might of severe meditation, Hiranyagarbha, the first one, came into being. The comment on this: darkness of ignorance, personified as Mahamaya, covered the universe which is yet to manifest. When Atma, the real state, was completely covered by Mahamaya, Hiranyagarbha, the shining golden egg, came into being first. This is how sage Prajapati is conceiving the process of creation of the universe, containing infinite diverse forms. In short, the sage is imagining the universe to be egg-born. See 10.121. Hiranyagarbhas samavartadagre. That is a reference for this. 129.4. Kamastadagre samavartatadhi. In the beginning, that desire alone came into being, which was the first seed from the presence of the mind. The wise sages, striving after in their hearts, knew with their intelligence the relationship of the real one, Atma, in the unreal manifested form. To explain, desire for finding an explanation for the creation process excited the minds of the wise sages. With their intelligence, they thought out a way of relating this unreal universe with birthless Brahman, as explained in the Rig that follow. that tricks that follow. Tiraschino vitato rashmire sham, 129.5. Spiritual light rays of that one Atma spread out across horizontally. If that was there on the bottom, that was there on the top also. They were givers of the seed and were mighty or great. Mahamaya was below and the active one is farther away. Implication of the Rig. Spiritual light rays of Atma radiated in all directions. Each ray became an embryo for the creation of a material form. Mahamaya created the material body and Jivatma, which came from Atma, and this causal body is most subtle compared to gross or subtle bodies. Ko adha vedaka iha pravochat, 129.6. Who knows the creation to be in this way? Who declares this here? Where is this diverse creation or creation of this diverse universe? From where this universe takes birth? After its emission only, shining beings took birth. Then, where did this come from? Who knows? This Ruk and the next Ruk, which is the last one, nobody really knows how this universe, which is changing all the time, made of matter, came into being from a state of matterless, changeless state of oneness. The creation theory presented in this Suktam is only a mental concept of the wise sages. Whether it is true or not, none can say. What universe each one sees is his own mental impression, or each one perceives his own universe. All do not perceive the same universe. This is why the universe is said to be unreal. Perhaps with these explanations, implied meaning of the Suktam becomes clear to all. Now we go to the last Suk of the Sutta, 129.7. Yam Visrishtir Yada Babhuva. From where this diversely created universe came into being, whether it is held or not held, whoever is its eyewitness, that mind knows. Whether it knows or does not, who knows? 10.89.10 from the great sage is one example. He says, Aditi Dyaur Aditi Antariksham, etc. And ends with Adityar Jatam Adityar Janitva. With this we close today's session. Viramastavad.